So yesterday was Pentecost, which is it's the tail end of the big celebrations for Easter in the Roman Catholic tradition. And it's a celebration of the Holy Spirit and the Holy Spirit coming and being with each one of us. So it's a big celebration all over the world, but I was really excited to see how they do it at my church here in Zimbabwe. There was lots of incense. There's lots of incense every week. There was lots of singing and dancing. There's also lots of singing and dancing every week. There's this line of grandmas who are right at the front. They sit in the front pew, and whenever there's a song, they have these little baskets, and they kind of like do these choreographed dances with the baskets, and then in front of them and right in front of the sanctuary, these little girls, this line of little girls just, is there, and they also do choreographed dances. They're different than the grandmas, but it's really lovely. So all of these ladies were decked out in red, as were many people in the church, because that's the color for the Pentecost celebration. There was even more dancing than usual. They had a different part of the Mass than we celebrate in my church back in the United States. They processed up the center aisle very slowly and in a celebratory way with the lectionary, which is the book that contains the readings for the day. So they were processing that book up to the front of the church with dancing and drums and singing, and they're also with a horn. And I've heard this horn the last couple weeks, but I've always been like, what is that? What is that? What is that sound? Well, it's an actual horn that used to be attached to an animal. It's a very big and twirly, and the person who plays it must have enormous lung capacity. But yes, that was really cool to see that. And in Pentecost, we talk about the fruits of the Holy Spirit. So those are the ways that you know that the Holy Spirit is at work around. So they had, in honor of the fruits of the Holy Spirit, they had hung net bags of oranges and bananas at different points in the church. That was fruit decorations. I loved it. And then they gave away fruit at the end of the Mass. Everybody went home with a piece of fruit. It was pretty fabulous. So I highly recommend church in Zimbabwe. It's a lot of fun.